In this video tutorial, I'll show you how to use the Query Builder and also how to create a report design that is intended to export data to Excel, and also how to use Excel as a data source. So let's create our data source. We'll look at our data source list, click on the New button, we'll enter Demo 1 as the data source name, select Query Builder, run Query Builder, and now we're going to connect to the Northwind database. It's an Access database, so we'll go point to that, and you'll notice that the queries and the tables of that database are brought over here on the right side. I'm double clicking on the tables that we're interested in, and notice that the relationships are automatically established because the metadata has been loaded. We'll select some fields from each of these tables, and you notice the SQL is being built down on the bottom automatically for us. We'll click on the Data tab, verify the data looks good, and then save the data source so we have it and can use it for our report design. And over here we can view the data again just to confirm that in fact our connections and our SQL are good. And on our data source list, if we refresh the list, we'll see that the data source is now on. Now let's create a report design using this new data source. So click on New. We're going to cancel the report wizard and instead manually add the data source in. And we need to attach that manually added data source to the report, so we do that through the Smart tag on the report. If we go over to the field list and drag over the parent to our data source, we'll get all the field values brought in on a table automatically. If I insert a band, we'll call the report header, and I right mouse click when I drag over, I'll get another table with just the field names. This makes it really easy. So we shrink up the band so we don't have any spaces and preview the report, and it's looking pretty good. But let's change the date format on the order date and select dates that we don't have any times. And we'll preview this again, and now that's looking pretty good. So let's save our report, and we'll call it Report 1. And refresh our list, and we'll see our report there. So let's run this report we just created from the report design list. We'll preview it and then export it. We're going to go to Excel, so we'll select an XLSX file. Press OK. We'll need to give the Excel file a name. We'll call it Demo 1. Save it, and then we'll be prompted to open it up. We're going to open it up, and we want to create a cell range, so I'll hit Control A, which highlights all the cells, and we'll up on the top here enter the name data to name our range. We'll save the Excel file, and we're going to use this as a data source now. So let's go to the data sources block and add a new data source, and we'll call this Demo 2. We're going to use a Query Builder again. This time we're going to connect up to the Excel database. So we'll hit connect to Excel. We're going to choose the ACE provider, which is what's used for the more current version of Excel. And you can see that our date range or our cell range data is here. Click on that, we can bring all the fields in, view the data, and there it is coming from our Excel file. And we can save it, and you'll see that the SQL and the connection string is actually connecting to that Excel file. And that's how it works. So thanks for watching this video. I hope it gave you some pointers on some of the things you can do with Sunset Reports.